coming at you from Scratch Wolf Studio. It's that time again to rage across the internet, your very favorite Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. As always, I'm your host, Porter. To my left, we've got Danny Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
And across from me, look at this guy. It's Tommy Dixon.
I thought this was an empty chair.
That's why you sat down.
Oh.
I said you were an empty suit, not a...
Oh, is that what you said? All right.
My bad. I'll speak slower next time.
Oh.
Please do. I have a hard time understanding English.
Well, and the big words.
Especially the big words. You gotta condense
Especially those.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, see? Starting early. Got it.
How's it going, guys?
We're here.
Yeah, how we all doing?
It's recording day, so I'm happy.
I'm alive.
It's been a week.
It's been a month.
I love recording day.
No,
for you, yeah, sure. Well, for us, it's been a week.
It's fair.
No, time works the same way for all of us.
As far as recording day.
I'm so lost.
Oh my God.
You guys are as lost as me.
Off to a good start.
Yes,
All
we
right.
are.
It's usually how it happens.
Yeah, so if this is your first show...
I'm sorry.
Hey, thanks for joining
throw that
us.
out there. I'm sorry.
Hey-o.
Yeah, if it's the first, thanks for joining us. How about
Yes,
that?
thanks for joining us. And, every week we talk about a different topic related to werewolf, from various aspects. It's just what we do. And, Danny, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going on totems.
All right, because I honestly wasn't sure anymore.
We're doing a podcast here, so
Hey.
hopefully we're doing something.
Well, I mean, we said it last week, though. That we told everyone, hey, look.
Oh, shit, we did.
Yes, we did.
It's true, you did.
So why did we sit here for 5 minutes debating which one we were going to do first?
Well,
We're assholes?
Just because we didn't do it first doesn't mean we wouldn't be next week's episode.
Don't logic at me. That makes perfect sense, and I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
You beat Porter in debate already. Wow. That's a feat.
That's how you know it's been a week.
Yep.
It only happens once in a while, but I'll take it where
I would take that
Yeah,
W as well.
Mark that on your calendar.
Absolutely.
Look, he's doing it.
I do not blame the man. Okay, so yeah, we are in fact talking totems.
There's a
Yeah,
lot to totems, though.
certainly is. And it's a regular show again, everybody. So thanks for sticking with us last week for that experiment. And
Experiment.
Give us the feedback on that.
yeah, we
That was definitely a trial. We need to know what you felt on it.
yeah. But hey, this one's a normal one, so
Yep.
no worries.
I'm here in studio, so it's normal.
Is that normal anymore?
I don't
No,
even
it's
know
not.
if that's normal anymore.
No.
Half the people are going to tune in and go, "Who's Tommy Dixon?"
Dude, didn't that happen in Discord the other day?
Oh, you did.
A little bit. A little bit.
Someone didn't know who I was. You're like, look for the name in purple.
Just wanted to thank all you guys for making the podcast. I'm not sure who that guy is, but
That was pretty good. I don't remember who that was, but thank you.
Haven't figured that guy out yet, but
I get on there when I can. I'm sorry. I'm a very busy guy in the summer.
how dare you?
yeah,
How
right.
dare me? I'm sorry.
Well, at least we got it on. We got it recorded.
Yeah,
right?
it's
We are
recorded
rolling
now.
Excellent.
Oh, it's still recording? Crap, I thought we weren't on air anymore.
Oh, we're saving this one. We're not starting over now.
Damn it!
So we
So
are,
totems.
Yeah, we are talking totems.
Again, there are a lot of aspects to totems.
Yes.
You have your tribal totems, you have your pack totems, you
And
have
your
personal
personal,
totems.
yeah.
Goddamn right you do.
And I struggled with that at first, trying to differentiate between pack and personal. Can you have a pack and a personal?
You cannot.
Okay.
In fact, if you join a pack,
Your personal goes away.
you do have to cut ties with that personal totem, or you're not really part of that pack for technical purposes. I mean, you're still working with them, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you look at your pack, right? You're following Coyote.
Sure.
And let's say Whiplash has Boar as a personal totem. He doesn't, but that makes sense.
Sure.
Makes a lot of sense.
If he's running with you,
He's not gaining the benefits that we're getting from Coyote.
exactly,
But he's getting his benefits from Boar.
from Boar.
Okay.
So, in the eyes of Gaia, he's not technically part of your pack, even if you're running together
He's like
for
an
years.
interim part or interim
So,
pack mate or
He's
something.
just a buddy that's there.
Okay.
At that point, we would just be a sept. wherever we are.
That is, you're playing with things there.
Yeah,
Okay, forget I said
if
anything.
we really want to play with it,
Yeah, all right. We're not
that you're riding a real thin line on that one.
You're right.
But yeah, I mean, you cut right to it. That is it. You can get a personal totem, and that's obviously a personal connection with that spirit. But
No, I see what you're saying, and we look to our game, how, again, we follow Coyote, and I see that if, because Tom has mentioned he might want to make a new character sometime. Tom has a little bit more personal of a connection with Coyote than the rest of the pack does.
That is for sure.
It's not saying anything else towards, the way that game goes or anything. It's just kind of some of the stories that have happened. But I see if Tom ever makes that character, Coyote's abandoning this pack and just going with just Crimson Ghost.
more than likely.
More, yeah, I see that like 90% for sure. If Ghost does leave and doesn't actually join another pack, he's definitely using Coyote as a personal.
I can see it.
Yeah.
He owes him too much.
Again, going towards,
Backstory and stuff.
right, backstories of our games, and some of that stuff's saving for the Patreon, so we won't go too far into it.
We have a Patreon?
Yeah, we do.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that, Danny?
You want me to tell you about the Patreon?
I'm very curious. I've never heard of this before.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's sad considering you're, kind of the
Well, if you
manager
guys
of
give
this.
us some money, we'll give you some rewards.
That's how it's going to go. All right.
Well, someone wanted to work his sass mouth rather than talk about
Right,
the
instead of
Patreon.
segueing straight into it, he
All
just
right,
wants to
fine.
sass his way through that.
Right?
All right, make it quick.
Go ahead.
Make it. You were already saying it.
All
I
right,
was
well,
letting you do your thing.
You guys
my
want to give
God.
us $5? You can come hang out with us for movie nights every once a month.
Yep.
You want to give us $10? You
Well,
get
don't
into
forget.
our postmortems.
That first year also gets the RAI gaming team.
I forgot about that. We did recently add that. You
Yeah.
get hold of Porter's personal PlayStation
And Steam.
and Steam,
As well as mine.
as well as Danny's, and you can throw mine in there as well.
Yep. So you will have access to play some video games and screw around with us.
I'm only on in the winter, but I'm on.
She'll have it. You can harass them.
Yep.
It's a way to help support the podcast.
Yeah, maybe we should start there.
Yeah. He was,
Patreon, thanks for helping support the podcast.
Well, I mean, I think everybody knows what Patreon's used for, so.
sure, but
For those who don't.
Well, there you go. It's a way to help us keep this going.
yeah.
It's a way to keep us in your ear holes.
And, if you can't or don't want to spend any money, that's completely fine. We understand. We know how things are out there. But you can still help. Word of mouth, ratings, reviews.
Please.
Tell your friends.
Word of mouth is the biggest, though. It really is. I
Yep.
mean, we've gained a few new members recently, all from word of mouth.
Yeah, we have, which is awesome.
I know. Great on you guys for doing that.
Yeah, it's a big help. The reviews and the ratings, that stuff helps circulate us up.
What he's trying to say is it does help us get around. And,
Thank you.
literally, it puts us at the top of news feeds.
More eyes, more ears, and that's a big deal. Help us grow the audience, help us grow the community, which, we have a great Discord community. You can get there through our forums at our website, which is rageacrosstheinternet.com. .com. You did it.
Nice.
I was waiting for him to do it.
Oh, you did it before I could. You were
I know.
fast on that one.
I was expecting you
Sorry,
to do
I'm
it
a
again.
slow shooter over here.
You guys keep saying things.
That one was for myself.
Well, it's not for us, tell you what.
See, you're helping.
All right. Patreon,
Yeah.
website, forums, Discord,
Yeah.
and the store.
Even if you don't want a Patreon, we do have the single donation link.
We do.
Is that still
do
up?
we?
It's still up.
Okay. Whatever.
I think
Last time
it's
I
still
logged
up.
into the forums, it was still there. So
Of course, that Amazon thing, I got to pull that down.
Yeah, we don't use it anymore.
Yeah, we don't use that.
That's no longer a thing. But
Bummer.
quick thanks to Aegis for asking about that, because I thought I had taken it down already.
And there's been some updates. You have fine tuned the about page and everything.
Yeah, I did. I tweaked that about page. Put in that awesome Paul Way art.
Mm-hmm.
Little blurbs about more of our extended family, and we put a decent size update on the store too.
Yeah, I was waiting on to do that last. The store it's up. We've got a lot of stuff up there. It's
There's a
kind
lot.
of cool stuff.
And you still get that 10%.
Yeah, there's still that code, that one-time 10% off code, and
Yep,
the
your first
pinned-
time buy in the Discord.
Yep. There you go. So there's business. We can make that short, quick,
Yep.
kind of.
In the middle of the totem discussion, but we
Right.
tricked you. We tricked you into
you
listening
into
to it. So back to totems. And I think it's important to mention that, a tribal totem and a pack totem are not the same thing.
Right.
A pack totem is an incarna. We're talking upper echelon shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, your pack totem, that is an avatar of the incarna. So that's a high-end Jagling. But it's not the same thing. It's just an avatar.
Which is...
And I always wondered why you don't gain any benefits from a tribal totem, but you'll gain benefits from a pack totem.
Well, I make the argument that you gain the benefit of tribe.
Yeah, I was going to say...
But I mean, you get the bonus stats.
I think I make the argument there that just from a game mechanic standpoint. Okay. Although, thanks for bringing it up, Vampire 5, Dracula's 5.
Mm-hmm.
They have
you caught yourself on that.
I did.
Almost said it wrong.
I did. I mispronounced it. Dracula's 5 has this, and I'm going to butcher this, but here's the Cliff's Notes.
It's fine.
Is this thing where you have like a particular type of prey you prefer, and that'll give you stat bonuses. So it's like, you have a predilection for like people who are asleep, and so you'll get like a stealth bonus.
Okay.
For because that's your meal. This is a super Cliff's Notes.
It's fine, yeah.
Okay.
A vague understanding of it, but it was one of those things that I remember being brought to my attention about Vampire 5, through one of the friends of the podcast. And I always thought that there's a concept of that I think I would like to see in Werewolf is perhaps minor tweaks to stats based on the tribe.
And that's kind of where I was getting at.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah, like the idea to where like the Get Offenders would get an extra point of strength in Krynos to where the Wendigo would get an extra point of stamina.
Yep.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, there is something similar to that. I don't know if it's in W20. I think it's in W20. But, like, if you look at the Get Offenders, they're more intolerable to anything, almost. Whereas the Black Furies they'll gain... I'm trying to remember the exact words here.
Well, you're talking about the tribal weaknesses.
There we go. Tribal weaknesses, yes.
Yeah, and that's a different thing.
Okay, so instead of weakness, maybe something, even just something minor, like a feat of strength would be cool, yeah.
But that's branching away from totems at this point. That's
more
of a tribe thing.
But that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about, right.
Some representation of the tribal totem's power or its blessing on the members of the tribe.
Yeah.
I don't hate that he obviously would have to be balanced.
Yeah, that's why I was
rather
bringing it
than
up.
three assholes just sitting here talking.
Right, that's why I was bringing it up, because I always felt like the tribal totem should give something. I'm not saying bonus stats. I'm just saying it should give something also to prove out without you walking up and going, hey, what tribe are you from?
Well, ideally get your glyph, but...
I get that too, but hey, you got clothes on.
And I mean, you got tribal culture, and you got, maybe your different gifts because your access to the spirits and the different roots of the... I mean, there are things, but in terms of... I get what you're saying.
And I completely agree with you, even if it is something minor as far as different feats and bonuses per tribe.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that has to be done. I just thought I wouldn't hate that idea.
I think it'd be cool.
Because, how I'm a huge fan of change, especially when I think something's not broken. I love it when we try to improve on things that are fine.
If you can't see his face right now, you would tell.
Oh, I will be very surprised if anyone is at all confused on my meaning here.
We call that sarcasm.
My sarcasm meter is broken.
I'm just saying I've never gotten in my car and going, I wish there was like another wheel here. Just like in the middle or something. Fuck it.
Hey, help you parallel park.
I've never felt, the car's fine. It's fine. It doesn't need another wheel.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But, if obviously there are going to be changes for Werewolf 5, and that was something I thought of based on the blood thing with Dracula. And so, like a minor, difference to show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always thought that would be neat, and that's why I brought that up. When I was first learning the difference in the three totems, it's why doesn't tribe give something? Why doesn't a tribal give something? Just a little bit.
I mean, they kind of do, but again, I think Porter's right when he says it's more of a game mechanics thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're part of this tribe, you really shouldn't have access to this set of gifts.
But I mean, you can spend the experience and still get it.
Certainly, but...
give and take there.
Right.
Yeah.
And yes, I get that can happen. And sure, you can go to a packmate who's of a different tribe and ask him to get this spirit to teach you this gift, because that's not your tribe.
Which is, being taught a gift from another guard. That's a much more lengthy and difficult process, but it's a thing that's possible. However,
right,
that's a gift show. That's a Teachy show.
That
That's
is
I
something
don't know
else.
what the fuck show that
We're
is.
here
It's
at
not that
Totems.
show. We never go off course.
No, not at all. This is totally scripted.
If this is your first show, we are always completely on point.
Yep.
We never segue.
Straight and narrow road right there.
We don't joke around. We are all business.
I couldn't even be near the mic when you said that.
And we will get to the point, I promise.
So, Danny, what's your first totem?
What do you mean was my first totem?
Just jump right into it. I don't know.
That's the tall grass at that point.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to throw him into the tall grass.
No, but
he's
yeah,
going to throw me in later. So.
I obviously, again, we go over the Tribal Totem and your Pack Totem. Those are different. So if you're again a Fenris,
That's Fenris is your tribal totem.
certainly. But if Fenris is also your Pack Totem,
Ooh.
that again that's an avatar, a Jaggling avatar of Fenris that serves as your Pack Totem, not actual Fenris.
I was about to say, because if you're calling actual Fenris, get ready to lose something.
Yeah, pretty sure it's a hand. And I only have
At
one
least.
of those.
It's at least.
You could summon them and tell them to go find it,
And then just take it back.
or just hold up the hilt to hold up your weapon. Here,
Here you go. You can tell. Honestly, I
get the handle.
don't know.
Butchers in the Shadows has it. That's right. He made a necklace of your stupid hand.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I don't think we ever got that far.
Nice.
He gave me the femur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the femur. That's the handle.
He kept the hand bones.
Metacarpals.
Anyway. We're way off
Pretty
track
sure,
now.
or something like
And
that.
back to Dr. Werewolf MD.
Yeah.
Good thing he didn't take that bionic arm.
There was no bionic arm.
Yet.
Never will be.
You guys are monsters.
Yes. Back
We
to
try.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So if you pick Fenris as the pack totem, which would be kind of crazy considering it's not just a pack of debt. If it was a pack of get, I can see it.
I could see it even if it's a mixed.
Yeah. Fenris is a good totem. Totem of war.
Yeah.
He's
I don't see it happening that often.
Well, right. It'd probably be a rare circumstance, but it can happen.
Sure.
Well, let's step back and let's talk about totem selection.
I find it that it was, because there's lists and lists of totems.
Yes.
I think if someone's trying to pick, a group of people in a pack, and the pack is trying to pick their totem, maybe decide what you guys want to do as a pack first.
Don't look at stats yet.
Yeah, you never. Well,
We know that we've talked about that enough. Don't look at just the stats. Try to figure out where you want to character growth this.
And that's the thing is that the problem is 9 times out of 10 people will look at the stats,
Yeah.
at the benefits, and then go, I want the one that I want to have wings, so we're going to go with owl because that's going to make
I
Umbra
want to
travel
fly an
easy.
Umbra. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what you want. That's
And I mean that's fine. I mean it's certainly beneficial, but if you have a pack of red talons, maybe it's not a harmonious fit.
and that's kind of why I said figure out what the pack wants first.
Right.
What you want with that pack and what that pack is pretty much being designed to do. If you're a pack that's, maybe you have a bunch of Silent Striders in there and you're always on the go, maybe Owl would be a better fit. Because
That would be a great fit.
You're right, I know. That's kind of why I brought him up. But, if that pack's always on the go, and maybe like the Noted Messenger or something like that. I mean, obviously, I look to Second Rainmaker, which is clearly
You have the Silent Hell pack.
right. So, Owl is a perfect fit for that pack because of how often that pack is moving. Maybe our pack. I don't know how to fit Coyote into there.
Great for me.
Yeah. But again, now we talk about how that happened. Mm-hmm. Every storyteller's going to have his method.
I like your method.
Yeah, I agree with your method. But I think, are we want to game mechanics wise, or are we going to talk still story?
Well,
Both.
I think we should go over Porter's method first.
Okay, fine.
I like his method.
All right, I said fine.
it's going to have a lot of editing in this.
Yeah,
I know.
let the man talk.
It's fine.
So, every storyteller does it differently. But what I like to do is I will get the group together and have you all individually make a list of the totems you feel are most appropriate in order.
Top 5.
Yep. And, that number might differ depending on the size of the group. So if it's like
3 of you, maybe.
if there's 3, it's the top 5. If there's 5 of you, maybe it's the top 8 or maybe even a top 10.
Holy crap, that's a lot, though.
Well, it could differ a lot. There's a lot of totems.
Right. And the thing is, in my experience, and I've done this almost the entire time I have been storytelling, so we're talking fucking decades here, there's always overlap.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I do is I get, I'm like, don't discuss your totem choices. That's something I tell you guys. Don't do it. Don't discuss it.
No, we're writing them down.
Because I want you guys to be surprised on the day.
When you get your totem quest.
Yeah, when you do your totem quest. And we'll get into that in a minute, too. But, so yeah, what I'll do is I'll assign a number value to those, say, top 5. So, the number 1 choice gets 5 points. Tally up the points. Whoever wins is your new totem. And again...
Yeah, no one knows.
There is always overlap.
Well, especially if you're picking your top 5 compared to what you want for your story, for what you want your pack to do. Hopefully you guys are all on pretty close to the same page. You would get pretty close to the same amount or same.
I'm pretty sure we were close. I mean, I know you weren't number 1 with Coyote. We talked about it afterwards. I was the only one that's number 1 Coyote.
It wasn't number 1, but it was in my top 3.
I think you were 3rd, and I believe Jess was 5th. But it was enough to pull it up there in 1st.
Right, and there it is. The idea behind that is it lets your totem still be a surprise, which I think is important from a storytelling aspect.
Right.
And still make sure that it's something that at least the majority of the group wants.
Yeah, I can see it.
I know other places, your storytellers may vary, that's how I do it. I think it's kind of
the
best
fairest, and it literally is the best way to do it.
You still get the surprise, and you still get what the pack wants.
Yes.
That's cool. Unless, maybe, what about like a storyteller who has the pack totem already predetermined before his pack gets there?
Well, you can do it that way.
And it's a storyteller. That's their choice.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah, that's going to be the answer anyway. But ideally, if that's the case, the storyteller has something specific in mind for you.
And it's
so
yeah,
it's a very specific story.
Yeah,
it sounds like
trust your guy, and you got to keep in mind is the packs come and go. I think packs like a band. No, seriously.
No, and I know exactly what you're saying. It's not always going to have the same members.
Right. It's not always. You can have some packs are the Rolling Stones that they're somehow still together.
And alive.
Well, not all of them.
Not
anymore.
all of them anymore.
Damn it! Yeah,
Which
sorry.
is
That sucks.
frightening.
Didn't think it was possible.
Did not think it. In fact, I think it's suspicious.
A little bit.
I think.
Let's not get into that.
Okay. I'm concerned for what happens to the world when the Stones all die. I think they're keeping something from happening. Because there's no other reason to explain.
Get in our Discord, guys. We'll talk about
There's
this.
the apocalypse back.
Explain Keith Richards otherwise.
Get into the Discord, guys. We have opinions on this.
The Rolling Stones are holding back the apocalypse.
They very well might be.
God, dude, seriously? Come on.
Again, explain to me Keith Richards.
Anyway, totems, not Rolling Stones.
Yes.
I want the Rolling Stones as my pack totem.
But again,
Jeez. That's actually probably fathomable.
there might be a Mick Jagger gathering there somewhere.
It's old enough.
But I feel like there's enough.
If V5 hasn't claimed him.
There's enough spiritual residency there.
I think so.
Again, if V5 has not claimed him.
I would not be surprised.
Neither would I.
But no, some packs are like the Stones, where they just endure through the ages. And then there's there's packs that are just like a one-hit wonder. They have one job to do, and after that job's done, that pack breaks up. And sometimes you have shifting members. I think about we're sticking with the bands for a second. I think about the Toadies, which is a 90s alternative band that I by the way definitely recommend for Inspirato, because there's definitely something warmy about the earlier stuff.
I'm trying to remember what band you're talking about. But
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Especially the Rubberneck album.
I was very young at that time.
There was a 90s band that just got kind of shit out of luck. There were other bands that did the same kinds of music.
You were thinking of a different band entirely.
No, damn it. All right, forget I said anything.
Anyway, I think, again, the Toadies would be a great example because, again, they were like, a one-hit wonder in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
With Possum Kingdom, which, again, I recommend because that band is a little something off to them in those early records. So it's, I think, good fodder for kind of worm. That
so you want a real dark kind of mentality kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, that band, they did a couple albums, and they broke up, and then the front man made a new band, which was the same band. Like, it wasn't the same people, but you could play a track from and you wouldn't know the difference.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, that's another example of, hey, the front man just got some new backing, and it's the same pack. They just called themselves something different.
Okay, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. So, packs come and go, but then there's always you need that pack totem. And the way you do that is the right of the totem.
Yes, there is a right.
How does that work?
Well, that one, and it's funny because I think people kind of do their own way, but there is a specific right. And it's a level 3, which weirds me out. That seems like a high-level right.
That is a very high-level right.
Right? So, I mean, you need a right master to do it initially.
Right.
No matter what.
That's okay, so I'm thinking, like, this is a pack of brand new cubs.
They can't do this right themselves. They got to call upon somebody.
Yeah, it's
elder at that
your
point.
Sep's right master.
Yeah.
All right.
It was the same case for us. We didn't do the right.
True.
Yeah, it was done. It was done for you. And I mean, what it entails is the right master will coat the eyes of the participants with an infusion of saliva, mugwort, tobacco, or a similar substance holy to Gaia. And they put that over your eyelids.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember this too.
Yeah, and then they'll lead you to the Umbra, and in which case you kind of go from there.
Wherever
you go on an umbral quest.
Yeah.
Wherever it leads you.
Basically, yeah.
Or wherever that tribal totem will lead you.
Well, Pack Totem.
Yep.
I'll take it back. Wherever that Pack Totem will lead you.
And, from that point, you go to meet your totem, or who will potentially be your totem, do whatever trials, or go through whatever. And I mean, at that point, that's on the storyteller. But, it's a pretty simple rite, but there it is.
Yeah, I remember very specifically doing that, because not only that, but in the game you had Shalassie do it, because she was being taught the rite.
Yes, she was learning.
She was learning the rite while she was performing it on us. Okay. Yeah, I'm remembering.
I forgot I did that. That's good on me. It's those small details, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had your elder who should be doing it, but you got to teach these kids, so go ahead.
Yep. And Jonas was teaching her.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool as that.
Yeah.
And then, your totem quest can be a variety of things. I personally like to do trials.
I like the trials ideas.
Yeah, it's its own unique experience, obviously, to the totem itself. And
Ours was a lot of fun. You had us running in circles.
So irritating.
It was fun, though. I mean, I was loving it.
I laughed. I had a good time with it, but in game, I was just.
We picked a totem of cunning. What do you expect?
Yeah. You guys picked Coyote, and the funny thing is, all right, I don't know if I told you this or not, so maybe this is revelation time. Is I stole that story from myself. In the Virginia games, the first version of that pack also had Coyote. So when you guys picked Coyote, I was like, sweet, I don't have to write any rite of passage.
Wow.
You just put the whole story back over again?
Well, I tweaked it.
Obviously, you're going to tweak it. Yeah,
I made changes to make it appropriate for you guys. But
proper storyteller making tweaks to make it better.
Yeah. So but the concept of they found themselves on this long, lonely desert highway, just dirt road highway,
just nothingness.
Yeah. And,
tumbleweed once in a while.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Is they were walking along the road, and this is both packs and different eras, and you're just walking and walking, and there's nothing, and then you get to a fork in the road. And I think the first time it was a broken chair and a skull, and you picked a direction, and what you didn't realize yet, but would soon realize, is that it just looped. It Groundhog Day'd your ass right back where you started.
Yep. Yeah, it didn't matter
about
which.
a third time.
Yeah,
it was our third time before it clicked. But weren't we doing something with the cactus too?
Well, there was a signpost at one point.
We were doing tic-tac-toe or something.
Yeah, and Danny decided to
scratch in tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. No, he put an X because he wanted to confirm that it was the same sign.
Ah, okay,
Yep.
I remember this.
Yep.
And then we came back, it was a tic-tac-toe board.
Yes.
And then I had one tic-tac-toe, and he had put a C through it. What happens if tic-tac-toe and everyone ties at a cast game?
Yep.
You put a C through it. He put a C through it, so I started a new one.
Nothing happened, I remember.
No, we kept going. The second game, I had one, but he put another C through it, because I didn't know it was Coyote yet.
None of us did.
Which is funny, because on your second time through, And I know because this was where I didn't have the sign in the Virginia game.
Okay.
There was no sign.
Well, this was just off the cusp.
It was just the road. Like I said, I wanted to make changes to it. I don't want it to be the same, but I can borrow heavily. Mm-hmm. It's my own work. It's to plagiarize me. Fine.
Doesn't count then.
It was a rare treat that I could just use the same totem quest. But you got to that fork the second time, and the rocking chair was intact, and there was an old man sitting in the rocking chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And a coyote at his feet, laying in the desert. In the sand.
We know now,
but at the time, went right over your guys' heads.
We had no clue.
And it's funny because that's where they won. That's where they, quote, won the challenge and figured it out.
Oh. Yeah, we were not smart enough to do that.
Well, they stopped and they questioned, which turned out to be old man miniskins
Right.
in the rocking chair. And they're like, is everything okay? Can we help you? Why is there an old man sitting, this is not normal. Can we? And then I think the line, because of course I didn't script it, was like, world peace, some fresh tobacco. I haven't seen a pie gag in a while, was old man Miniskin's reply. So the leader of that pack, who was a Ragabash, used create element on the sand and made a mud pie.
I can see where it's going.
Yeah, and she slammed that shit in his beta's face.
How pissed was that beta?
Oh, he was kind of pissed, but Miniskins laughed himself out of that chair.
That's great.
Oh, man. I wish you were that smart.
At which point, the coyote got up and said, I like your style, kid. Come with me.
That's great.
Man, I wish we were smart enough to do that.
I don't even remember what we did.
I think he just got bored of screwing with you.
Yeah. Because he wouldn't say much after that, so we did another loop.
I don't think he was there on that the next time we came through. He might not have been there. I don't remember. But now that I think back on it, with how much more experience I have, I would have asked for his chair.
Ooh. And then, ultimately, obviously, after revealing himself, Coyote, and this was true for both of you guys, walked with you down the road, and as you were walking down the road, the scenery was changing to a Wild West era town.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As he was...
a ghost town.
As he was explaining things. Well, it wasn't a ghost town. It was lively.
I thought I could have swore you were
No, it wasn't a ghost town. It was lively. I remember this.
In fact, a younger version of Old Man Miniskins was being thrown through a saloon window.
Okay, that I remember. Yep.
And then there was a mansion in the background.
Yeah, it was the Lassiter estate.
Yes, it was.
Which
it was Coyote giving you a mission to figure out the mystery behind this and what this all means, and because of course he wouldn't tell you straight out.
Nope.
No, we would not.
We pieced it together now, but
it took us a while to piece it together.
It took us like a chronicle and a half. We're slow, guys.
It was new to you still.
Yeah, it's our first tabletop.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done that. I did Coyote. I've done Bear, which was kind of fun.
See, Bear,
you've done Owl too, haven't you?
I've done Owl.
Yeah,
Bear I was really interested in because
Bear was your number one. I remember that.
Yeah, Bear was, but it's always been an interest to me because you have the story of the girl and the distrust for the Garu, and imagine how that would be. Them trying to pick a Pack Totem of Bear, and Bear's like, I don't want him.
Well, I think you've got that the other way around. And first of all, largely, you can try to pick a Pack Totem.
Mm-hmm.
You can call out a particular spirit, theoretically, but there are no guarantees with this type of thing,
Okay.
Yeah, again, if you call out Raven a whole lot and Eagle shows up,
you're not going to say no to Eagle.
You fucking better not.
That'll be rough.
You don't want to offend the spirits. You call for Raven, you get Eagle. Eagle is your Pack Totem. You can say no, but don't fucking say no.
It's bad news bears if you say no.
Spirits have spirit broods. That's connected to someone, man. Who have you pissed off when you pissed off this guy?
Right. But like I said, when I think about Bear as the Pack Totem,
right,
I like that aspect of it. I like how the pack decides we want to go with Bear. We want to bring that respect back to Bear himself.
Consequences be damned.
Right.
Yeah, and I think there's.
But I can see the other side of the coin where Bear doesn't want it.
No, Bear. Because remember, that's not the same Bear.
But they are connected.
They are yeah, absolutely.
So
it's an avatar, but it's. That's the thing. The spirits, they're tricky because it's different aspects sometimes of the same spirit or multiple different, the owl, or Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, the lion, and I don't want to get into this one today because there's another day for this story.
Right,
but,
not today. Right.
There was a lion, and I will use quotes, quotation marks here and go, white lion, who was the tribal totem of the White Howlers, but is also a member of Griffin's spirit brood. They're not the same guy. No. But they are the same guy.
Right, but
this is where spirits confuse the crap out of me.
Yeah, and this word is confusing, true. But so the avatar that's now the brood of Griffin is probably the avatar of a different aspect of White Lion.
Well, I would go the other way with it, but sure.
Okay.
They're not the same lion, and yet they're the same lion.
That's not confusing.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not sure. Okay.
But back to your bear thing, though. Yeah. That's literally in his band. He respects Garu for choosing him. Like fully respects them.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, but look at the other stuff that you have to take away.
Right. There's a lot you have to take away, but that's what I'm saying. He respects the hell out of Garu.
And that sacrifice. And the irony of that is, of course, it's an honorable act. It wasn't me for a change. Hell yeah. And of course, it was an honorable act to do so. And that's exactly what the punishment is it's costing you honor to do the honorable thing. Enjoy irony.
I like that aspect that you're trying to drive into that.
Yeah, is that
I think Bear was 5th on mine.
When I picked it being a get, it was much more for bring back that respect.
Then I get it. But you being a get and taking an honor hit, it
was a big deal.
That was huge for you.
It was a tough decision.
Which is funny because, it's not like a total hatred sort of thing because, there is an affiliation with Bear and the Get of Federance. You look at wearing the Bear shirt.
It's such a cool gift.
That is a good gift.
Right? Or, let's take it further back, into Vikings, the idea of the Berserker was closely related to that of the Bear.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a bit of a connection there.
That's true.
Even though, but again, then we talk about different aspects in different ways, and there's context, and it's not always as simple as 1-to-1.
No, and then we look at the Shadow Lords. There's the camp that follow Bat as they're trying to bring back that reverence and bring back that respect they did when they wiped out all the Kamatats.
Well, yeah, they're trying to bring Bat back into the fold for Gaia
because of what they did.
Yes.
I mean, it can be similar.
Just because, as we've discussed in a previous episode, or that Bat already lost that war, that internal struggle.
But to them.
Certainly.
To them, yes.
Yes.
And you're
trying to atone for their sins, it sounds like.
No, absolutely, they are.
And you said it. We have the luxury of all the books to read.
Right.
Whereas
the characters in game do not.
Exactly.
That's a thing. And so it's why didn't they just do this? Well, because they don't have access to the fucking Cairn book is why. All right?
That comes up a bit.
Look, I can read the Chronicle of the Black Labyrinth and tell you who number 2 is. Guess who can't? Well, actually, the Chronicle of the Black Labyrinth is in shit.
Oh, you just talked yourself into a corner.
Damn it.
That's fine.
Sure.
Just leave it alone.
Nope, we're done there.
But, that's the thing is back to the totem quest itself. You have to craft something ideally appropriate in terms of what the totem is, its personality. Hopefully you can gear it a bit toward the pack as well, but it's early in a group, obviously, when you're doing that. So you don't have a great idea necessarily of who those characters are. But you wanted a memorable experience. And I tend to do more surreal kind of trials, like the desert walking thing, and then trying to figure it out.
Well, that made sense because it was Coyote. And
sure.
Hell,
it didn't make sense at the time, but yeah.
But at the same time, I'm almost positive it says, for Coyote, more Ragabash than all Ragabashes.
Does it?
I think that might have been from W20.
Maybe, but okay.
The Ultimate Trickster from W20. The Ultimate Trickster. More Ragabash than Ragabash.
I mean, that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
So they're just teaching a lesson.
I mean, why do you think my character really leaned towards Coyote?
I get it, yes.
Ghost is a dick.
Well, Ghost is Garu, so there's just a level of that built in.
That's true.
Yeah.
He emphasizes it a little bit.
Yikes.
I'm leaving that there.
Gross.
Good plan. But again, back to it. You want to make that an experience. You want to make that Totem Quest experience, whether or not that's something that the totem itself appears before you and sends you on a particular quest, or gives a riddle or a trial, or again, like I try to do them to have the trial happen before the totem reveals itself. As to if I'm going to show up, you have already proven yourself worthy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I liked where you went back with if you're calling Raven and Eagle shows up. Well,
Yeah.
Your trial failed with Raven. You're getting Eagle.
Yeah, Raven wasn't interested.
Or maybe that's your trial.
Maybe that was Eagle's way of doing it.
Depending on the nature. I mean, I look back to Bear. When I ran Bear.
Yeah, I'm curious on how that went down.
Well, you had, and this is off of memory, but I remember putting some work into this. I used a lot of visual death imagery.
Okay.
Due to conjuring the thoughts of the Death Bear. But again, not wanting to tip my hand, because again, I like to surprise you with who that totem is going to be. And, so a lot of death imagery, skulls and blood, and the idea of bodies falling and then converging together. And what I had is I had them fight that pack fight clones of themselves.
Holy shit.
That's mean.
And this is the thing is, and let's use you guys as the example.
Sure.
Okay. You're going to fight Jaeger. Danny, you're going to fight Jaeger. You're fighting your clone. And if you you claw him across the chest, you take the damage too.
Oh.
That sucks.
Wow.
So what do? You let him hit you?
Which you take the damage too.
Right.
Well, and if, let's say, so your first thought, I'm sure, is, well, let's switch enemies. Let's switch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, I'll fight Crimson Ghost and he'll fight
That wasn't
Jaeger.
my first thought.
What was your first thought?
Incapacitate him by something other means.
A valid thought as well, which I think was their third thought.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Because, when at that point you decide to switch opponents and Jaeger goes and slashes fake Crimson Ghost,
And then
real Crimson Ghost gets hurt too.
Shit.
I had a feeling that was what's going to happen.
I mean, if you're in the heat of that moment, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
The heat of the moment, I would just go, this guy needs to be passed. I need to make him pass out.
Like a chokehold or something.
But you get that that's not an unreasonable, well, we got to switch then.
No, that's not unreasonable at all. But my first thought was incapacitate him.
The answer was non-violence.
But what if they came at you with violence? How do you do that with non-violence?
Well, to not respond, to not counterattack, to not dodge, and to just simply let it happen, the shadow fell dead. And then I had those bodies converge into this, rotted, dead bear. Not the death bear, to be clear, but, which attacked them. And I hadn't planned on this, right? But the Thursia that grew said, I'm going to use Mother's Touch on it.
On the bear or on her fake self?
We're past the fake self, so we're on the bear now. She uses Falling Touch on the bear.
Mother's
Touch, yes, thank you. Mother's Touch.
Two different things.
Yes, thank you, I misspoke. How brilliant was that? I'm like, no, that's the perfect line of thinking, and it won the encounter.
Wow.
So you didn't expect him to do that?
No, but I thought that was too great of an idea. I have to reward that.
Well done.
The healing aspect of bear, I already touched down on the, that blind violence isn't the answer. And then so for her to take that and go to the next level and go, no, well, we have to heal this bear. That did it.
That's awesome.
One hit kill, so to speak. At which point, Bear showed up extremely impressed.
I'm impressed, hell.
And sent them on a particular mission.
That's awesome. I like that.
So,
kudos on whoever thought of healing.
Yeah, agreed.
That was a Vidoma's player.
Nice.
Very nice.
Shout out to Amy if you're listening.
So, awesome job, Amy. So, even though Bear revealed himself, he still had a quest for them to do.
Well, totems generally do.
I was just...
Coyote had a job for you. A pack is formed with a purpose.
Okay. No, good point. Solid point.
Sometimes that purpose can just be together and help Gaia, but look, if a totem's got a job for you, guess what? Do your job.
Yeah. Do your job.
And don't say no.
Do the job.
That's a cool one. Now, what about, we mentioned, our pack totem is Coyote. And, we'll just go hypothetical here. Crimson Ghost leaves, takes Coyote as the personal totem. Tom makes a new character, and let's just say Tom wants to play Ashmouth.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Ashmouth.
I think it'd be more Smash Mouth, but okay.
Okay, fine. Smash Mouth it
All
is.
right, that's better.
Smash Mouth and Jaeger are now a pack.
Mm-hmm.
We would pick a new totem.
We got to pick a new totem.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
would make you do it.
True.
Well, because once Ghost left, there's no pack anymore.
That's what I'm getting at, though. At the same time, you had said it's a little more difficult, or maybe even easier for a newer pack to do that. What if you already have like established Garu and they need a pack? They need a pack totem.
Well, you do your right at totem.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's
so Tom.
The process is the process is the process.
I'm just thinking out loud. That's all.
Okay.
So it's time to pick a new one. And Tom, give me your top 3 for a new totem.
Oh boy, that's hard because I don't have a character in mind. I'm not going to just pick one off the top of my dome.
All right.
I'd need my backstory. I need to figure out where I want to go with the character.
You're making me fall flat on my face
I'm
here.
sorry to make you fall flat on your face, but I can't just throw totems out there unless I know what direction I want to go. It's sorry, it's the way Porter raised me.
Fuck off.
It's true.
Thanks, brother.
I can't help it. I mean, I can't just go, I want this, this, and this. No, because then I'm basing it off of stats alone. Because instantly I'm going owl, coyote, bear. Instantly, right there, owl,
I'm
coyote,
taking
bear.
the hit. I'm taking the loss, okay?
Okay. Because, I mean, you're making me pick 3 right off the bat. Owl, coyote, bear.
I'm a little proud, to be honest.
Actually, no. It'd be it'd be owl, coyote, and raccoon, actually. Those would be my top 3.
But you can't pick raccoon.
Why?
Or, I'm sorry, you can't pick coyote.
Then owl. Why can't I pick coyote?
Hey,
It's a different character. This is Smash Mouth, not Crimson Ghost.
Right, but coyote is no
What-
longer...
But
This is a new
you
pack.
didn't say that to begin with.
Yeah.
You can't just add rules in the middle.
If I'm going off of stats alone, owl's
I'm not
number
saying...
1.
being a new character...
Okay. And I'm going off of stats alone.
And Coyote has now fucked off and went
Ghost.
with Crimson Ghost.
Okay. Owl's number 1.
Owl, okay.
Raccoon's number 2.
Okay.
That's if I'm
we'll just
making
leave it
it a
at that.
Ragabash,
Owl and
actually.
raccoon.
No, that's it. That's because it wouldn't be a Ragabash. It's a
Jesus
third.
Christ.
Oh my god, this is a disaster.
It's such a disaster.
I'm
Because
just
now you're
thinking-
making me think way too hard on this.
Owl and raccoon. We'll just take that.
All right, fine.
Just
Top 2.
taking examples here.
Where are we going with this?
Yeah, where are you trying to go with this?
How would you do that with established, higher ranked characters?
The same way he does it with low rank.
Yeah, I don't understand what the question is.
Okay.
The
I'm
process
getting
is
confused here too. The
right.
process
No,
is still the
yeah.
same.
What are you looking for? It's still the right is still the right.
I'm just thinking maybe write a new one real quick.
Like it's not like instead of mugwort they use salsa. It's
Delicious.
Not if it has a lot of jalapenos in it.
As
That's
far
putting
as
in your
the trials to be done,
well, you're talking about the right itself. The interaction with the totem.
yes.
So you just want to hear another interaction with
Yes.
a different totem. Well, just
Well,
pick a
yeah,
totem
just-
at random at that point.
Owl.
Well, he's done owl. Let's throw something else at him. Do bison.
Okay.
Okay.
And what is
give you a little tidbit
sure.
of bison here? I have it.
A quick refresher because
Quick refresher.
I get bison and buffalo confused on the regular
Bison.
because real life Porter doesn't actually know the difference.
All right, bison's ban is bison's children must always use part of what they kill for something constructive.
Okay.
And then it's,
he's
it's traits. Bison grants this. Do you want to hear this or no?
no, he's what's a totem of? Do you recall?
the cunning? Is it?
Oh, respect. It's a totem of respect.
Okay.
And bison was almost wiped out in the 1890s.
Yeah, I get those confused because they have the saying "use every part of the buffalo," and it's.
I get
that's
it.
why
I get it.
yeah,
That's kind of why I threw bison at you.
that's why I get those inverted in my head. So thank you.
Yep.
I'm inverted in my head without werewolf.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I don't really know the difference.
Bison burgers are delicious.
But I would.
They are. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, in the buffalo, they got the wings. So how dare I?
You want a little tidbit of background
Well
on bison
done.
at all? I mean, it's a quick sentence. Or two.
I mean, if you want, I'm building something right now. So.
All right. Well, bison is hard-headed and serene, roams the endless savanna. Native Garu who understand the route to enlightenment is through quiet, methodical thought usually follow him.
And that's a stark difference from where it was going in my head.
Okay. Well, that's why I was giving you a little tidbit.
Yeah, that changes things.
I figured it would. That's why I wanted to make sure that you're getting bison.
Yeah.
Because I think you're still throwing the two together a little bit, maybe.
Probably. Like, I mean, the first thing that came in my head was, have the pack maybe awaken at this little, I don't want to say desert oasis, maybe a little valley or something. Because I'm not picturing a desert or an oasis. But like, like a
kind of the
little,
in between.
like a little stream or, like peaceful little stream or lake, and there's some,
They're just fields.
Yeah, but I'm picturing specifically a little lake, maybe a pond, whatever, but a source of water there still.
Or, of course, a herd is going to come to get water.
This is the point.
I get it.
And you have that herd arrive, and again, we start quietly, we start slowly, and a storm, perhaps, or something. You don't see it. Something in the distance has spooked them. And they start to stampede, they start to panic. But because of the layout of the terrain, there's not a whole lot of places for them to go. So you are stuck between the terrain, and
this herd of bison coming at you.
That are stampeding.
Right.
Watch out, Mufasa.
And then you've got whatever it is attacking them in the distance.
And getting closer, possibly, whatever.
So the idea would be for you to fight your way through, and not to fight them would be ideal, but to navigate your way through that to the threat of the other side. And I would probably have it be some sort of Famor or Banes, maybe something with gluttony involved.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanton slaughtering.
Something that wants to feed.
And leaving a couple bites here, leave it. Couple bites here, leave it.
Mindless slaughter.
The idea is to teach a level of respect and to tie in with the ban of not being wasteful.
Okay.
Perhaps that whatever they're killing, whatever these glutton banes of some sort, will keep reforming. And as you're fighting, you can see like the jagged, sharp ribs of the bison. And it's like, oh, well, maybe if I stab them with a part of it, and that's the thing that kills them.
Because everything you try is not working, not doing damage to it. Oh,
but
I get
whatever
it.
you use from
You have
bison
to use
himself.
it from, exactly.
Ooh, that would be a hard thought process to come across. You're not going to think of grabbing some of the rib cage that's exposed or anything.
Well, no, but at that point, that's the storyteller giving you those visual clues after an appropriate point.
Okay.
Because I think at that point, it's more the experience than it is you figuring out the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the top of my head, though.
That was really good for the top of your head. Sorry it took such a long way around to get that to you.
Well, I figured you'd cut some of that.
I'm sure there'll be some editing. We don't edit this. What are we talking about?
There's editing?
I thought you just hit play or hit and put it right on there. I don't know.
Sometimes.
Wonderful.
No, we absolutely just admitted everything last week, so it's fine.
I wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking about.
You are a liar. So...
You're not lying.
Okay. So, another totem I think is worth bringing up, at least, is Phoenix.
Like a rebirth kind of thing.
Now, this was the pack totem for the silver pack?
Yeah, this is specifically the totem of the silver pack.
Okay. I remember this.
The silver pack, that's a big fucking deal. For those of you who don't know, the silver pack there are tryouts for the silver pack. The silver pack is a big fucking deal. They're the guys. They're the ones you point to. You go,
That's, yeah.
They have a specific mission. They are given that mission, and it's a big fucking deal. It's an honor to be a member of a silver pack. They have these tryouts. There's a trial, the glory of wisdom and of honor. And
all separate trials, and oh wow, that's cool. Okay.
And it's the best of the best get to partake in the rite. But here's the thing, is that rite involves Phoenix choosing who's in the silver pack.
So even if you make it through all the trials,
Phoenix still has to choose you.
Yeah, you still to be chosen.
Yeah, and I mean you get one of each. It's 5. It's one of each auspice. So you might be in the finals with 3 other Ahraun.
Holy shit!
And
now you're at the whim of Phoenix.
Yep. Now you pass. They do the little rite, and you jump through your little Phoenix Gate thing, and either you're in or you're not.
It's a hell of a thing. It's got to be the most honorable thing among probably any Garu.
Oh, it's definitely up there.
Maybe above, just the step under of self-sacrificing to banish a.
There you go. But yeah, the trials are. I did one once, a set of trials, for a silver pack for my group.
And just to have him not make it, just pull the rug out from underneath him.
Oh yeah, they weren't going to make it.
Oh, so you knew that already? Oh,
that's me.
I had that feeling.
Well, here was the thing: is they didn't intend to make it.
Okay.
They had is a collective had what they believed to be a prophetic dream of someone that they knew making it into the silver pack and slitting the throat of King Elbrecht.
Oh.
So they went there to try out to make sure he didn't get in.
Oh. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, no shit.
Holy hell. So just to sabotage that,
just
whoever
in
that
case
friend was.
Right, just in case the dream was real. Because, I mean, do you risk it at that point?
No, they were right.
And you can't... And, like, the guy, of course, made it to the finals. So, like, you can't go... No, he can't, because I had a dream that... Well, aren't you the guy who lost to him in the last challenge?
Right.
You know, that doesn't fly.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Who are you again?
So they only went in... Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they still made it to the finals and still lost.
That is a hell of a story.
Thank you. It was
cool.
fun to do. You know, like I did
No
like
happy ending there.
You know, you do this. I did this maze, this labyrinth thing. You know, for one of the trials, I had your trial by combat standard shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't remember the third one now. It's before I started keeping better records.
It's very World of Darkness of you, though.
Well, thank you. You know,
Doing all your foreshadowing.
and then there's a little suggestion for something to do with the silver pack that doesn't involve having them join the silver pack.
There you go. Storytellers, send in those ideas. I'm quite curious on how you got your silver packs like that. Like even the trials I'd like to hear about. Those would be some cool stories.
I wish
You
I
could
had
base a
them.
chronicle off of just the trials.
You could.
Yeah. Storytellers, please. Discord people, you hear me?
He's pleading for it, guys.
I'm absolutely.
He's begging.
I love when these guys send in stories like this.
No, it's definitely great to hear what other storytellers are up to and their takes on things. You know, and I mean, I love the Totem Quest at all. I think it's a great way to kind of stretch your legs creatively. You know, I think of salmon, which is one is a totem I particularly dig.
I can't see that going well. I mean, I don't know.
And through my research, I didn't even see a salmon, so...
Well, salmon is like his own, like, Rube Goldberg machine.
Okay.
Oh. The shit-eating grin that just had on your face.
Yeah, the thing about salmon is he, in his ban, he asks you to accomplish a very specific task once a year. And that task varies every year. And the thing is it often seems like a nothing thing.
Okay.
Like this trivial. You know, I was thinking about it last night, and it would be like, okay, I want you to go to New York, go to 53rd and 3rd at 7:45 a.m.
And get a newspaper.
And take this $2 bill, fold it to an airplane, and throw it south.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
But see, what you don't know.
Where are you getting a $2 bill?
Gives a shit. Just do what you're told.
Okay.
It's not his
$2
problem.
bills are rare, but you can still find them.
You know, but see, what you don't know is you threw that, it picked up a little air current and went a little further and actually went around the corner. And, okay, so what? So, 10 minutes later, you get people start making their commute to work, for example, right? Mm-hmm. And one guy, people walking over it. The 15th person to walk by it notices it, stops to pick it up. Well, the guy behind him was on his phone, wasn't paying attention, and bumps into this guy, the guy who went to pick it up, who now kind of barrels forward into the intersection, where a guy on a motorcycle stops very quickly to keep from hitting the guy, but ends up getting ejected from this fucking bike because...
He got rear-ended.
And now, this has created a traffic jam because that guy who was flying,
All because the one guy picked up that paper airplane.
Stick with me.
Okay.
The guy on the bike now goes flying into the intersection. Effect. Yeah. Who gets hit by a car, maybe just breaks his leg, that's fine. Meantime, what happened to that little paper airplane, $1 bill, it got ejected up into the air and maybe lands, and here's some guy driving in his convertible.
Cool.
Who kind of goes to, what the fuck is this, and slap it away. Just sudden panic, because why is something floating near your face while you're driving? What is happening?
Well, you're in a convertible. You should expect it already.
It's just shit happens.
Yeah.
Right? And so, he ends up rear-ending somebody too. So now he's got the rear-ending thing and he's got the traffic jam in front of him. Well, it turns out maybe that guy was a lawyer who was representing Enron in court that morning. And because of the circumstances, he doesn't make the court date. And there's a settlement that goes in the favor of a bunch of people who had their home ruined. Or,
Very big butterfly effect. Like,
right.
I like that.
Okay. There was a movie like that, wasn't there?
Oh, yes, there was. There's a book on it, too.
I forgot the name of it, but...
Yeah, it's
Mothra.
Well, Anthony Mackie's in it. Anthony Mackie and Matt Damon.
Mothra and the Falcon.
Yeah, there you go.
It's coming out. That's the next MCU thing, right?
Sure. Anthony Mackie and Matt Damon.
No, I know. I've seen it.
I'm going to look it up now. I'm going to watch it later.
Jason Bourne and the Winter Soldier.
There you go.
And the paper airplane.
So
I like that.
That's
that
awesome.
It's that methodical.
yeah, in that seemingly random. The idea of that little nudge, that little piece of snow rolling down the hill eventually turns
Into the big avalanche.
right. And I like the. It's fun,
Oh, yeah,
get
that
to
is great.
Creatively, just go places with that.
Just that big snowball effect, just from throwing a $2 bill south at that specific time.
Time and date, and again, as from your perspective as the character, you're like, you want me to do what? This is stupid.
But do it, because
Well, obviously-
hopefully he's got some good traits you're gaining.
Right. Like, you never know. So that was something that's something I dig that.
I can see that, and then maybe the one time they forget to do what they were asked.
Well, it's one thing a year, man. At that point, you piss off your totem, you're gonna lose his support, probably.
Right.
Is there any other kind of negative effects if you do lose the respect of a totem and he leaves you?
Well,
It's
sure.
It's an honor hit.
Is it an
it's
honor
a
hit?
renown hit, isn't it?
I'm sure it is. Like, if it's not in the book as a renown hit, it's still a renown hit. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't care what the book. It's a renown hit.
Well, I'm just curious. I mean, totem.
But also, you're pissing off a spirit brood.
Right. And so not only that, it's going to snowball into that whole brood.
Yep.
Bad idea.
To use salmon still as the example, maybe not only you have pissed off salmon, but how many other fish spirits? How many other aquatic spirits?
Trout.
Water itself, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
Or to do something that I can just off the top of my head. Let's say it was lion was your pack totem. Griffin's brood is mad at you.
Yeah, the
The
rest
red
of the brood.
talons probably aren't a big fan.
Oof.
You think about that. You walk into that red talon cairn,
You get
and Griffin's like, that's the guy that fucked over lion.
you dying. You're not walking out of there in one piece.
Well, it'd be a hell of an act of contrition.
Yeah.
And I mean, that would be the next step, is to make acts of contrition to the totem to try to win back its favor, or at least a level of neutrality.
No, it's a cool idea. I like the snowball effect. I like how it's like the butterfly effect, and it just makes me think, like, maybe right before he throws that paper airplane, he got bumped, and it didn't go in the direction it was supposed to. So something completely different happens, and a totally different snowball effect happened.
Or
Okay.
you thought that's what happened.
Or you thought you threw it south and you accidentally threw it east.
Oh, see, that would be a good one.
Either way.
But, like, you get bumped, you go, oh, shit, I got bumped. This wasn't part of the plan. We have to fix it. Like, no, you getting bumped was part of the plan.
Very possible.
It's so, like, it was going to work fine, and then you went out of your way to fuck it up.
Oh.
That's
As
what I mean.
opposed to you just screwing up.
Yeah.
Look at
Like you're not good with cardinal directions, you threw it east.
It's like the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
She goes, don't worry about the plant. What plant? He turns around and bumps it and knocks it off and breaks it.
Yep. The vase. Yeah.
Whatever.
Whoa.
Whatever.
Yeah, whoa. Typical response from him.
Right?
Anyway. and if she didn't say it, would he have turned around to bump it and knock it off?
You knock it off.
Fine.
That's always one of those those mind blowing kind of thoughts.
I'm just seeing it. I like the story. I think it's cool. I'm just seeing it in my
I like
head.
how
and
salmon works like that.
Right? It's one of those...
It's very cool. What does salmon give you as far as benefits? Out of curiosity.
Oh, he wants to know the stats.
He gives you gills, and...
You can swim underwater.
Oh, okay.
And you can talk to fish.
Okay.
You're Aquaman.
If it's just something quick and easy, I was just curious. I can look it up after the show.
You get 2 dice of rituals knowledge and 2 extra points of rites background. In addition, pack sponsored by Salmon Step Sideways at -1 difficulty.
Okay. Didn't take much.
I happen to have had it,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
I like it. Those good traits for like a rite master.
Again, it's not the first thing you should be looking at.
Exactly.
But we also live in the real world, so...
We're also playing a game here. Stats are kind of important.
It's the secondary information.
It's still kind of important. How do you play a game without stats?
I get it, but...
Oh, we could do it. Don't mess
Of
with
course
me.
we can do it. Just be no combat.
I will tell a chronicle without a single fucking roll on your guys' part.
I know.
Easily, we've done it.
Well, yeah,
we've done
it.
chapters worth of no rolling.
Yep.
And we were still engaged for 7 hours.
So...
It's absolutely possible.
I mean, at that point, we're LARPing, but
No, we're not.
kind of.
You're not running around with your
Well, I'm
hands
sitting
on
in
the
a-
top of your head at points to let everyone know you're in lupus.
Maybe I don't know what LARPing is, though.
That's how that works.
I know, that's why I
Is
laughed.
that really how that works?
Yes.
I've
That's
never
how you
seen
tell.
LARP, so I don't know. I tried to reference something I don't know anything about.
There's your first mistake.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm gonna catch some shit for that.
that is
probably.
a different conversation and a different show,
That's
and
true.
not for today.
Nah, not maybe never. All right, Tom, did you have any ones like you were more or less curious about? That you can...
Throwing me under the bus here a little bit.
Well, I mean, we
out of curiosity. Like I said, I had with Bear and Bat, but like I was curious on what you had.
One that stuck out to me.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
One that stuck out to me was Wolverine.
Okay.
Because I like his ban.
Yeah, what's up, bub?
He requires that his children always use rage in combat and never show mercy to a foe.
So that's a very combat oriented
Very.
pack.
I could see that rite of passage, and it's hard to just say because obviously we live in the world, and
Not in the world of darkness.
there are pop culture characters out there,
Snick.
that might shade your opinion on a thing here and there. And I'm acknowledging maybe that happens because the first thing that comes into my mind is a fucking bar brawl. And it's not that it's inappropriate, but am I looking at the wrong Wolverine?
Yeah. I get why you're saying it.
Yeah, like why is it gonna be a bar brawl, dude? Is it in the Canadian wilderness too, bub? But again, Wolverine as a totem is such a scrapper.
Mm-hmm.
And Wolverines,
He's
the animal,
a teacher of combat and power. So
right? And Wolverines are fucking mean.
Yes, they
vicious.
are.
That's why this one stuck out to me, because I know how Wolverines are badass.
Right? Like, we're in Michigan, folks. Those things are shitty.
Mm-hmm.
They will fuck you up.
Yes, they will.
So,
They are so little shits.
so like, I could see... I mean, it's definitely combat.
Yes. I like the bar brawl, though.
Yeah, I kind of don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that right now.
Like, I get the...
I acknowledge that
Yes.
there might be a level of
Because
subconscious
rage
cross.
is going to be building in that because you're getting pissed off in the bar.
And there's
somebody
more-
started something stupid, and obviously alcohol's involved, and it's just getting
There-
nasty.
yes.
And
There is
what I
that
could see-
level.
you know what I could see there too, though, is like you're at the bar. You find yourself like you wake up, like at the sink in the bathroom, like you just splash water on your face, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Sober yourself up.
Right? Because I'm a fan of those sudden,
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
surreal kind of transitions in my totem quests, and everything seems normal, right? At first,
And then when you walk out the bathroom, you get sucker punched?
not even.
Okay.
Because again, it's me, so I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit. And there should be a bit of a
Build
test
up.
here.
Okay.
So, like, you go to walk out of the bathroom,
Somebody opens the door,
and like shoulder checks you as you're coming out,
yep, I can see this. So
And then
your
you take
rage
it-
is building.
and you take a few steps, and there's the waitress with the drinks, and a little splashes on you, and then you get a few steps further, and
Building that
some
irritation.
drunk stumbles back a few and steps on your foot.
Yep, building the irritation. I like this.
And so maybe you're thinking that, I'm supposed to show restraint. You're trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing here. And really, the moral of the story is fucking hit that guy. He's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So the rage just keeps building, and it's just waiting for you to explode.
It's just a bar full of people asking for it. Because Wolverine so desperately wants you to give them the business. He wants to see what you're made of. But do you got the balls to start it?
Okay.
You know? Which admittedly is not difficult. But fun.
Oh, yeah.
And appropriate.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like that for...
I was just thinking maybe he keeps getting bumped, we'll use those words, by someone from the Sept of the Bad People.
The Sept of the Bad People.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Boom roasted. It's a superb callback.
Sorry. But, I picked this one also because of stats.
Of course you did.
Oh, yeah.
That's why this one also stuck out to me. Because one of his big things, he gives you a point of rage that you can never lose.
Now that's impressive.
So you can never lose the wolf.
Well, so
that is cool.
Yeah, talking about cool bonuses. I mean, we already talked about Bear, and we didn't mention it. But now that you brought it up, Bear gives you that extra point of strength, even if it exceeds 5.
Yeah, he gives you an extra point of stamina as well. But it's mainly the rage one. You can't lose the rage.
That's super cool.
That is cool.
So you always have to spend rage, but you'll never lose it. You'll never lose the wolf. Specifically stated.
Significantly.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, Bear gives you the extra point of strength. Also gives you each pack a...
You get a charge of Mother's Touch.
Yeah.
But I'm focusing on the point of strength that can exceed 5.
So you can put yourself at 6.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Strump
awesome.
6 and Hamid.
Oh, boy. Good luck fighting that guy.
Hell yeah.
So...
I don't know.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but since he brought up this,
No, I get it. I understand why. I think I'd rather go with the point of rage.
And you get a point of stamina.
I'd hope so.
Yeah. Because he grants each of his children an extra point of stamina so they won't fall in battle.
And you better soak it.
So does that make it so you could be 6 stamina with that?
I would say no, unless it specifically says
it
otherwise.
didn't specifically state it.
Because Bear specifically says it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah. It
that makes sense,
that point.
yeah. That would make sense.
Bear's going up on my list a little bit.
Bear's pretty neat.
Wolverine's going on my list.
Wolverine's awesome. That's why I had to make sure I said something about Wolverine. He's awesome. Sorry, I did it on stats. I'm sorry, but he's awesome.
But no, I mean, Jimmy Ramirez is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So I just asked Tom if he had one specific, and I know you had salmon, but I feel like you had maybe one or two.
No, I had a couple. This was one of those shows where it's like, let's have more stuff than we need.
Right.
Something I kind of appreciate is I'm going to go the other way with it and go to Snow Queen.
This sounds a little bit more docile than like...
Well, this comes right out of the Get book, which I think we probably mentioned it in the Get episode.
Yes.
Because that's how we did that.
Probably, yeah.
But, yeah.
How long ago was that?
Exactly.
December.
I'm glad you know. So almost
They're fucking
3/4 of a year. Jeez.
It was the last episode of before season 2.
Oh, was it really?
I'm almost positive.
I'm just
Don't
going to
quote
believe
him.
I'm going to believe that.
Okay, I'm believing him too.
I've fallen for it. He's tricked me.
It's a trap.
Now,
Usually is.
Snow Queen's interesting because she is definitely attracted to Garu who carry themselves kind of regally and with strength and grace, but she is a Get Fenris totem.
So not a silver fang.
This is which is important to bring up.
Okay.
But you have to, you got to be cool to run with the Snow Queen.
Got to be like Fonzie.
You got to be like.
I was going to say
Fonzie.
like cool, Fonzie
Like,
cool, or
I mean, what kind of cool are we getting here?
That is in
Or
fact a
ice cold.
requirement.
Or like ice cold, bitter cool.
Because you have to say A.
Really?
No.
I was thinking like Iceman.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Either that or you have to be like stone cold bitter to people.
No, it's actually the children of Snow Queen must be courteous to their hosts, as long as their hosts do not break the laws of hospitality.
Well, who writes those laws?
Society?
Sure.
Why society, right?
Dude.
Breaking it
Now I'm just
already.
busting your balls. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know. You motherfucker. No, like, I want to, because it's such a contrast to what you think when you think you got a Fenris.
Mm-hmm.
But,
That's why I'm a little confused right
right,
now.
a totem who values grace and patience and kindness.
And it's a Get Fenris totem,
Yes.
which is brutal and war and...
Right?
Mostly, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm going under the stereotypes.
That's why I said
since
mostly.
you guys beat it into me and Fiona.
Got him earlier, too.
Yes, you did.
Someone had mentioned something about taking over a care, and I was like,
Oh no,
Stop it.
that's our go-to. Whenever
yep.
it also applies to the Fianna, we talk about the Fianna first. Just stick it to you, sir.
I was like, that's the Fianna, right?
And-
Make
and,
sure
you know,
Tom knows.
We've recruited Charybdis to this as well.
Of course you have.
So this is going to be your life.
I already know. He's burning me left and right all the time because I still didn't take Master of Fire.
But interesting. I think you'd like Snow Queen. We talk about.
That's
stats
why
just
I'm
for a
curious
second.
about her.
Is see, I got it written down.
Nice stats.
That's fine.
Yep, Snow Queen teaches her children to move silently as a snowfall and to hold themselves as regally as nobility. Her packs gain 3 dice of stealth, 2 dice of etiquette, and may call on 3 additional willpower points per story.
Ooh.
Whoa.
But you got to mind your manners, man.
That's not happening.
Yeah, I was
with
going to say,
Ghost.
that's...
No, I mean I like the stat bonuses, but no, that
Yeah, I
ain't
knew
gonna
those stat
that ain't gonna
bonuses
work
were
out
up
with
your alley.
Ghost.
That's difficult, though. I mean, someone filled with rage all the time, like your average Garu. Wow.
And I get at that.
Yeah.
Besides the point. I get it. I bust your balls, you bust mine back.
So long as they don't break the rules of hospitality, which I could see having so much fun with you guys, or even, because what are we talking about as a totem quest? Finding yourself at some sort of feast.
Like the different forks on the outside,
Yeah.
which ones you got to use first.
And everyone
You start from the outside in, man.
is,
I know.
everyone is just an asshole.
And you have to mind your manners and let it...
But like in
And
a
so
in
the
a way,
opposite of this bar brawl.
right? Like kind of yeah.
Oh,
But
boy.
like but to do it in a way like they're going to be an asshole to you in a way that isn't. It's the snobby way.
Yeah, very,
where
very
they're-
snobby. Yeah.
Where they're still following the rules of etiquette. It's just the backhanded compliments.
Yep,
and,
there we go.
I'm surprised someone of your breeding is able to eat soup. So,
Are you sure that's the fork you want to use? Yeah, very
Is that the
backhanded
soup
stuff.
spoon?
don't worry. My 3-year-old makes the same mistake.
Oh, God.
Backhanded compliments. Not even compliments.
Yeah.
Just backhanded everything.
And then maybe there's a point where someone crosses the line.
And you have to not
You're allowed
react.
to, though, because they cross the line.
Exactly. Like they break the rule, and now maybe it's okay.
Oh, God, it's even worse.
So what would you have to do to succeed to get the Snow Queen's favor?
I think maybe just get through it.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much it? Just get through the day?
I think so. Like maybe it's like at the dessert course or something. Maybe like the host isn't there. The head of the table, the host has not arrived yet, or whatever.
Like the Snow Queen is the host.
Exactly.
There we go.
Maybe the dessert table.
And then
It's
she's
an actual
like,
hammer. I'm like, okay, you've won.
Yeah,
Here you go.
Well, that's quite enough. Don't you agree? Perhaps you should teach them a lesson.
But you have to teach the right one a lesson, the ones that broke the hospitality.
There you go. So thanks for
Because
the
if you,
assist. I
if
like
you
that.
do it wrong, nah.
That's good.
Again, top of the head, but
I like
no,
that.
that's good.
Well, I like building off that, too. That was
yeah,
good.
it was.
Well,
I
not only,
appreciate
but
that.
like, you went with the Wolverine aspect and just waiting for that fight to start, and you don't know that's what you're supposed to do. It's almost the same thing with here, but instead of starting that fight, you're holding back,
Right? And in fact, at that point, maybe you had the Snow Queen there the entire time.
just watching.
At the head of the table, but holding up that standard. So this is less a mystery if I have to figure this out, because if you fuck up, you fail.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I like
And who's
that
to say
one.
you even know that that's the Snow Queen?
Well,
But I'm just saying.
sure, but I
would
think
hope you'd find that
I
out.
would. Well, I would.
Well, I'm
make
sure
her,
you figure it out as you go, but I'm saying you just know you're at some regal dinner.
I would make her identifiable, if not immediately as the Snow Queen, then as someone.
Of very high importance.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you would maybe be compelled to follow that person's lead or listen to them, or as opposed to fuck you.
Well, she doesn't even talk the whole time because you're under that test.
Perhaps.
She just sits there eloquently.
I mean, there's little tweaks to be made there, but I think that's
That's a good
I
one.
like that.
Yeah.
That's a good quest. That is good luck. And then you're making them do rage rolls or something
something.
because you know something's boiling up in there.
I would hate to put that down to a rage roll.
I'm like the last straw, the guy that pushed it too far. You have one rage roll, and you have to. I mean, I know you're leaving it chance to the dice, but
I can see it though. If you last one,
yeah, maybe the last.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That last push, and then if you make it through
anyway.
Yeah, it would have been all right anyway. But if you make it through it, she hands you the hammer.
I can see it. It's and again, Totem quests don't have to look like that. They don't have to be these surrealist kind of scenarios. It could be as simple as maybe she's like, go to this store.
Get me a pack of smokes.
In Munich. Well, no, go to the store in Munich, where there's the irritable clockmaker or whatever, and pick up this clock and deliver it to this person here who is actually whatever, It could be something like, it could be anything. But I just personally, I like those more surrealist kind of scenarios brought in that kind of focuses on what the totem's about and puts you through your paces a little.
I like that better. I like it. So, that being said...
unless you, as ST, have a huge story involved, and you got to get through the totem quest quick.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
a different thing.
That's a different thing.
So people of Discord, people of our Discord,
people of the Discord.
Yes.
Listen to Danny.
I'm very curious. Please send me some of these ideas that you guys had for Pack Totems.
If you're not in Discord, email us.
If they want to send an email for
rageacrosspodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks. We haven't said that in a while, huh?
No, we haven't. I'm surprised you remember it.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like I got it back. Well done, Tom. Well done. Well, no, I'm absolutely, especially you storytellers. I want to hear these stories. I love hearing these. And I haven't said this enough because I used to say it every episode. But these are cool to me. I love hearing these extra stories. I love hearing other people's ideas. Please send these in. What did you guys do for your Pack Totem quests and the trials that they had to endure to get
if you want everybody to see it, put it on the forums.
That too.
That's also a great way to do it.
I'll absolutely take those two. So
no, that's absolutely true. Now,
I believe Tom said he had one more he was curious about as far as Totem goes.
I believe Porter has it, but I was curious about it.
Oh, the Winter Wolf.
Yes.
I
had skimmed it, but I didn't write it down.
Okay.
He had it written down.
Because Winter Wolf can be a Pack Totem, correct? Or that's what
we're talking.
Okay. I just remember because Wolf can't be a totem, but this one can.
Yeah, this is Winter Wolf.
Okay.
It's not just Wolf.
Which is a totem of wisdom. And actually, Tom, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Pass me your sheet.
Damn it, behind the scenes, they'll know.
Oh, everybody knows now.
Oh, no.
We did enough behind the scenes last week.
So Winter Wolf is a master of survival in harsh conditions. He lives in very harsh climates, very harsh lands.
Yep.
And he's living like a king.
Well,
that's what it says. He's managed to live as a king. Very in touch with the wild. Ooh, okay. So he's kind of more wild tone spirit. Teaches his children how to endure in harsh conditions, granting them a +1 to their stamina and 2 points of survival. That's a nice boost.
A little bit, yeah.
Also shows his children the she-wild within them, granting them an extra level of primal urge and animal kin. And he also gives his followers 3 extra points of willpower per story. He gives a lot.
Right?
So his ban is Winter Wolf asks that during the harsh months, food should be left out for those of his kin who did not find the proper rock under which to dig. So just leave food.
That's surprising to me.
That is a very weak ban compared to how much bonuses you get.
Well, I agree, but it's also surprising when we hear about this totem about surviving harsh climates.
Right, and then here's a freebie.
Exactly. Like, here's your free meal.
Yeah, that's a little cop-out.
But it's not that it's a free meal. It's a meal to the kin.
Yeah, but if he's all about...
his kin.
Right. But if, Winter Wolf's all about survival...
And why are they his kin if they can't survive?
Exactly.
Okay, so you're saying.
That's a kind of... It makes a little... I don't know. That seemed like a very weak ban.
And it's like, hey, I'm the do-it-yourself totem. Here's your handout. What?
I wonder if that totem himself is a little bit more difficult to even get to.
Well, it is...
That trial would be very hard. Being in harsh climate and everything. You have to already have high survivability to even probably do this.
Yeah, and I hate to... Because it seems so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But to do that kind of castaway in the frozen tundra, alive, the one with Liam Neeson, whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, too.
Taking
but
6,
that's
whatever
kinda,
it is.
that's kind of where it's leaning to, though. You can't really...
Like, it's you hate to say it because it's so on the nose, but it's also so appropriate.
It really is.
You know, that you're in that whatever wasteland or tundra
or something,
and like just any it's not the real one because you're a totem quest, so it's going to be that endless. I'd go Siberia and just figure it out until you don't anymore, until you can't, or maybe until you die.
Ooh.
I'll go Star Trek with you, like fucking when Picard. You got beamed into that alien planet, he lived like his whole fucking life, and it was all a projection. Maybe like that. Maybe in that totem quest, you got to survive 50 years in the fucking frozen tundra, and you wake up and it's been 5 minutes.
Wow. That's a good way to do that.
That's awesome.
50 years is a bit of a punishment, but I'm gonna go look under the rock. There's probably free food.
Yeah, Winter Wolf's all about the handouts, man. It's like him and Easy Credit. They're like fucking brothers.
It's a good thing I didn't read that one. It's just the name stuck out to me. I'm like, there's an actual wolf totem. So that's why I was curious on it.
No, for sure. I mean, there's plenty of really neat totems out there.
There's a whole ton.
We could sit here for hours and talk about them.
Well, we could, but we can't.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I definitely encourage you, if you're gonna, to explore the different books, because there are totems
in almost every single
everywhere. Find something.
Not just the tribe books. There's literally everywhere.
Maybe you look at something off the beaten path.
Axis Monday.
Axis Monday. I mean, those are spirit broods, but you could.
It's still very possible to do.
It is possible to do. I mean, they are Jaglings. There's no reason you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Go fucking Team Twiceborn 2024.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool one.
Anyway, I think that's about time for us.
Yes, but we have a little quick thing.
What is it, Danny?
No, not you're doing
it.
No,
you took
did it.
We have a special little message from C. Grant Rose of Weaponized Inc.
Yep, our buddy Grant's got a little contest that he's running that we dipped our little fingers in. Gross. Mm-hmm. But Grant's going to tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so take it away, Grant. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Danny. As you know, I'm C. Grant Rose with Weaponized Inc. and Etched in Crimson. So we have two different sweepstakes going on this month. We have one that's being ran by Chris Gunning and Weaponized Inc. itself, which is you can submit a 500 words or less fan fiction or any piece of fan art on the Savage Age to the Weaponized Inc. Discord. And then winners of that particular contest, the first place winner will win $50 from Chris Gunning himself, and second place will win $25. In conjunction with that, I myself am also running a contest. My contest is comprised of 3 different categories. You can enter any or all of them. All you have to do is write a kick-ass character. For the first is a PC, the second is an NPC, and then the third is a big bad enemy for a whole chronicle. There's full details on the Rage Across the Internet website. By all means, knock my socks off. Show me what you're going to do with it. And the top 3 of each category will get a free copy of Tribook or Comma. I'm paying for it out of my pocket. And if you already happen to have that one, or you prefer a different one, we're going to get you a equal or lesser value of Savage Age for your troubles. Thank you for your time, and I'm going to hand it back to Porter. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Grant. That's going to be a fun little contest, I think.
Yes.
I know I'm going to be interested in seeing those entries.
So am I.
So I can be bought.
Ooh.
And you can send the checks to... actually, just do it on Patreon.
There we go.
There you go. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I think that PayPal's up there, so highest donation wins.
It's on the forums.
At least my vote. I'm not sharing it with them, so you'll have to work your own thing out.
Son of a bitch.
No, but seriously, give it a shot. It should be a fun contest. I'm interested to see the kind of entries we get.
I'm definitely curious. I'm excited to read these.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it'll definitely be cool. But in the meantime, that is enough for us. So we're going to get out of here.
I'm sure you're tired of listening to us. At least tired of listening to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, on behalf of us here at Scratch and Wolf Studio, we want to thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of our community, for the support. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Make sure to keep your claws sharp and your head on a swivel. Take it easy.